Welcome to Miss C's Cottage. And another happy Sunday to you. I hope that you all remember to set your clocks ahead 1 hour. So maybe you're here. That would be nice. Let's see who is. Shirley Bain. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. And Softball Susie. Hello. How are you this morning? And Susan. Sharon. Susan. Good morning. And Ollie Cat. And Steve, my friend Steve. Good morning to all of you. Did you miss last night's hour of sleep? Laura Harper, welcome in. And Paula Mulford, my friend. Good afternoon. Yes, it is. Paula, I did too. Marie Simpson. And Marlena, welcome in, Marlena. You know, I went to bed at a decent hour. Elmo comes and gets me when it's time to be pushed down to my room. So I don't have to worry about that. But I could not sleep last night. And I woke up a couple times. And finally, I just said, the heck with it. I'm going to read. Hey, Sally and M. Han, good morning to you, or afternoon. So I got my Kindle out and I started reading, and it was a very good story. And Sherry Reynolds, good morning, good afternoon. I read until 3:45. I think it was 3:45 the new time. So I don't know whether that was the extra hour or not the extra hour. I'm not that smart. Ronell, welcome in. And Kim G. Welcome. Anyway, 3:45, I said, heaven forbid, I got a show to do this afternoon, so I better get some sleep. And I rolled over, and I think I didn't even take 2 breaths, and I was gone. Jet one in, and that is, don't tell me, little Carrie. One of these days, I'll learn all these new names. You don't watch the clock. Shirley, how important is it? I mean, the sun goes down and then it's night, and the sun comes up and it's day. So, and I just crochet in between. Oh, Fufa, I wanted to show you a couple things that I've done, but I don't want to spend too much time on it because I have to welcome you all in. This is the cottage, Miss C's Cottage. I am Miss C. The cottage is home of the Somebunny, and I don't think there's any new people in there. Hey, Dolly. Lydia. Hello. And Zoila, one of my favorite people. No, Farmer doesn't care what the clock says either. He starts working when it's light, and he quits working when it gets dark. Okay. I am what I am, and that's all what I am. And the cottage is a safe place where you can leave all your problems at the door, come in, find peace, love, and joy, grab a cup and crochet with me, sit and knit, or just relax for an hour. Done. Okay, Denisha, good morning, hello, goodbye, and afternoon, and everything in between. And there's my Susan. I love how you just let me chat around saying the same stuff all the time. Hey, Kathy. Welcome. Kathy, do you crochet? Do you knit? Do you just sit and drink tea? I love you too, Dolly. You're one of my favorite people. If you get a chance sometimes today, lovelies, send up an arrow prayer for Dolly. She's going through some tough decisions that she needs to make, and you know, decisions have consequences. So if we can pray that she makes good decisions so she gets good consequences, that would be like an A+ for me. Did Sunita comes in? Comes? Did Sunita come in? And I missed it? I don't see Sunita. Dory! Dory, we're just getting started. And me too. Me too. Those are, you know, it's always a good idea to pray for the things you want that are what things God wants for you. That's a surefire win. Sunita, I love you. Sunita, did you get my email? Sherry Reynolds, welcome in. And SoNut5. SoNut5. Do I have your name in my book? Barb. Thank you, Barb. SoNut5, I do. Welcome in, Barb. Crochet and knit and enjoy diamond painting. Oh, I've never tried diamond painting. Regina Provenzano. I love that, and I love saying that because Elmo is Italian. And I like Italian things. Softball Susie, Twisted Roots. Susie, are you the one who dyes yarn with roots and lichen and stuff like that? No recent emails. Guys, give me a minute, and I'm going to check back in my emails because I sent Sunita an email. All right, let me do this again. Give me a minute, guys. Yes, you are. Good. Do you obviously have content on your channel? And KK is here? Good. Some of my favorite people sitting on that couch. All right, this one. And this one. I'm going to share with Sunita. Okay, Sunita, I sent them to Sunita, aka Yarnita, and 2 photos. Kim, she's good. She's good. What's ticking? Well, you might hear the clock on the wall, or you might hear a low water level in the cat's dish. You know how the fish tanks have the recycle thing in them? It could be my timer. It could be also the cat bowl, because we have one of those fish water recyclers in there, and when it gets low, it makes that gurgling sound, which could sound like a tick tock. Body and 4 legs. Shirley Bain, Jerry, like this somebody, I have a body and 4 legs, but haven't decided on the head yet. You haven't decided on the head? She's sparkly pink. Ooh, Shirley, that's going to be pretty. Today, no, next week I'm going to show you a different kind of head. Demi, and Mr. Yarn Doll. There's another one who's making some decisions, and we need to keep him in our prayers. There's an unspoken prayer, but it's all, I think it's all good. They just got some decisions to make, and I love them both so much. I want them to make good decisions, so they have good consequences, and I think it's going to work out like that. Okay, let's get started, shall we? Sherry Knowles, oh, love you. Okay, so lichen and roots. Do you have content on your channel that you are showing where you dye the yarn with those? I really didn't have time this week to check anything out. Move the timer. Is that what you hear? Yep. Okay, well, let's just set it over here then. We can still see it, and I can still see it. Okay. Couple things I did this week. I made an emotional support chicken for my sister. She is a fan of Rhode Island red chickens. So she saw a Rhode Island red chicken on a trivet, I believe I'm saying it right, and she just fell in love with it. And ever since then, she's started collecting chickens. If you didn't know better, you would think she lived on a chicken farm. Okay, that's that. And of course, I had to make a chick to go along with it. Okay, but we're not doing chickens. Oh, this is my Dory Did It emotional support chicken. Love this thing. I love this thing. And it's right here where I can reach it. But today, we're working on the elephant. And I was on the panel last night with Beverly, and she did not like my trunk. She said something was wrong with it, and it was too limp. So I went back and I reviewed my notes, and lo and behold, you're supposed to stuff it. Who knew? Who knew? Oh no, who knows? Who knew is Miguel. Who knew? So anyway, I picked up his trunk and I stuffed some stuffing in it today, and I think this is the cutest part of the whole darn thing. But this is what we're working on today, okay? And because we have been talking about El Olam, I am that I am. Hey, Nellie. The beginning and the end, Alpha and Omega. Today we're going to do the beginning and the end of the elephant. Kathy again. Kathy, you know what? Did I write your name down? I think you're in my book because there were two of you in the channel that day and I got confused. Yes. Candy C. Kathy. Okay, you're in my book, Kathy. You said hi to me. You said hi to me. Good. Frozen Stone. Now, I don't know if I have that name in my book. I do have your name in my book. I just don't have your name in my book. So, Frozen Stone, do you have a given name, or would you like me to call you Stony? Yarn Inspired, that's my Gabriela. Angela, that's a pretty name. Now, Angela, who's named after angels, why would you choose a name like Frozen Stone? Hey, Joanne, I just saw you last hour. Wasn't that fun? I love going there. Okay, let's get past this. I have to tell you that today is not an adulting day, and I do apologize for that, and I'm not really sure why, except I guess I could blame it on the time change, but I'm not going to do that. All right. Mimi's not in here this morning, but Mimi sent me a text and said she had problems with the feet. She only found 2. So I had to send her back a silly message and say, you silly goose, rabbits have 4 feet. So hopefully she's got the 4 feet done and she's ready to go on to the next ones. Those of you who have been going along with me know that the feet were in Somebunny Sunday number 2. Number 3 was the ears. Number 4 was the body. Number 5 was the head. And then Somebunny Sunday number 6, we put it all together. So if you've got any questions about any of those, Gmail me, and we'll get her done. Okay. Okay. Wow, I wasn't really prepared for today. How about that? Imagine that. All right, we are going to start on the trunk. And as usual, we're going to start with a magic circle. And I've already got this started, but I know that there are some of you who don't know how to do a magic circle. So I'm going to open up the camera, and then I'm going to switch over . Boy, you should not say that, Jerry. Steak and eggs for breakfast. All I've had is a cup of coffee. Samantha, we haven't done the head yet. We're going to do the trunk and the tail, the beginning and the end, the alpha and the omega. All right, so settings, camera. You know, I got a new mouse, and it's one of those ones with the ball, and I've not gotten used to it yet. So everything takes me a bit longer. Okay, so we're switching over to the new camera. I'm going to allow it, and there it is. Okay. I missed something, Mr. Yarn Doll. Okay, I'm going to pull this out, and we're going to start over, and let's see what happens. Alrighty then. We're going to start with 5mm hook and our thread, our yarn. Hold it with your thumb over 2 fingers, wrap once, twice, up over your index finger, and clamp it. We're going to fold our fingers in. We're going to go in and snag our yarn. That's a knitting, crocheting professional term, snag. This does not count. It's just the snag. So we're going to do 6 single crochets in the magic circle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going to hold our stitches and pull the tail till we get a small circle. Then we're going to pull that small circle until we close up our magic circle, and then we're going to grab the tail until we've got it all ready to go. And then I'm going to put in my stitch marker. Well, I use this because it helps me not only to keep track of what round I'm on, but also how many rounds I've done. So for the trunk, we start with a magic circle with 6, and round 2, we're going to single crochet in the first 5 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 1 stitch left. We're going to increase in that stitch. An increase is simply, instead of putting 1 single crochet in, we're going to increase by 1, making that 2. So at this point, we should have 7 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay. Okay, then we're going to move put our stitch, our row up 1. Row 3, we're going to single crochet 3. In the next stitch, we're going to increase, which means we're going to put 2 single crochets in. And we should have 3 stitches left. We're going to put 1 single crochet in the last 3 stitches. Now, if you think about it, the last row we did them all around, and we put 2 over here. This row we did 3, we put 2 over here and did 3. So we are in fact increasing on this edge and keeping this center pretty stable. And I think it'll become apparent the more we go. So let's move our marker up, and we're on row 4. And here again, we're going to go, oh, we should have 8 stitches now. So we're going to single crochet in the first 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to single crochet in the first 7. Did I say 4? I'm sorry, my head is not with it. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I've already messed it up. It's because I didn't count. No, it's because I didn't start in the first one. All right, let me just take a minute to tuck this little guy in and tuck this in. And that gets them out of my way so that I can actually see what I'm doing. We should have 8 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We do. So I missed this first stitch. And it's really important that you keep everything out of the way, because when this comes forward, sometimes you miss this first stitch, and I don't want to do that. So we're going to single crochet in the first 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. See how nice that comes out when you count right? And in this last stitch, we're going to increase 8 and 9. And we should have 9 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And we do. So we'll flip our marker to the back. And on row 5, we're going to single crochet in the first 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. In the next one, we're going to increase. Remember, we increased over here last row, so we're increasing on this edge, this row. And then we're going to finish the last 4 single crochets. 3 and 4. Okay, we're going to flip our marker to the front, or move your stitch marker up, whichever you're doing. Hey, Michelle D. Mimi, you are here. Mimi, were you here when I said that Somebunny Sunday number 2 was when we started the Somebunny, and they have 4 feet, no arms and legs, just 4 feet. And then 3, 4, 5, and 6, those weeks are the rest of the bunny. Guys, can you believe we're already into March from January when I started this? That's easy now to teach. Welcome in, Christine, and you are so right. Sunita need me to get the ruler. I really have one right here. I'm not sure what that's about, but Samantha says yes. Thank you, sweetest Missy. No, I am not sweet. I'm just really off the chart today. I'm out of the bubble. Denny, you're in charge. I don't know what. Okay, we are on 2, 4, 6. We're on row 6, which is an increase at the other edge. So we're going to single crochet 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Whoops, get back in target. 7, 8, and 9. And we're going to increase at this edge and put 2 in the last stitch. And you can see we've been increasing on this edge and we've been increasing on this edge. So our elephant's tusk is getting wider. Hi, Terry. Welcome into the cottage. All right, moving up. We're on row 7, so we're going to increase on this edge now. So we're going to do 5 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to do an increase in the next stitch. 2 in that stitch, and then 1 in the last 5. 1 stitch each. 4 and 5. Okay. Then row 8. We're going to crochet 11 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And because this is another increase row, we're going to put 2 single crochets in that 12th stitch, which will give us 13. Is everybody caught up? You guys are talking amongst yourselves. I love it. You know what? We're just not a channel. We're a family. And I can't start singing "We Are Family" because I don't sing. But okay, something's happening in the chat and I've missed it. I need row 7. Row 7 was crochet 5, single crochet in each of the first 5 stitches, increase in the 6th stitch, putting 2 single crochets into that 1 stitch, and then single crochet in each of the last 5 stitches. Gives you a total of 12 stitches. They are. The yarn dolls are some of my favorite people. And Mr. Yarn Doll. Don't forget Jerry. There's Nancy. Hey, Nancy. All right, are we ready for the next one? Did you get row 8? Yep, got row 8. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Because we did 2 in this 12th stitch, which made us 13 stitches. Hey, Denny, give them all a hug for me. Jenny Bryan. Hello, Jenny Bryan. Welcome into the cottage. I'm Missy, and we are working on the elephant's trunk. I went to the animal fair. The birds and the bees were there, and the big baboon by the light of the moon was combing his auburn hair. And well, shoot, what's the rest of that song? Does anybody know? Something about the elephant fell on his knees and somebody sneezed, and what became of the monk, the monk, the monk? What became of the monk? Zach. Zach is in my channel. Face the Ace. Hello, welcome into Miss C's cottage. And Caroline Tierney, welcome in. Zach. Ellen B is here. Hello, hello. Ellen B and Michelle D. How cool is that? All right. I can't go back any farther. Okay, I think we're ready for row 9. Row 9, we're going to single crochet in the first 6 stitches. 3. Oops, get them both. 4, 5, 6. And in that 7th stitch, we're going to make an increase. And then we're going to single crochet in each of the next 6 stitches to finish off that row. Face the Ace. I have a grandson named Ace. I do not believe you are him. Thanks for coming back, Zoila. You taking care of your mom this morning? Okay, Cynthia King. No, you don't have a given name. Okay, we'll just call you Ace. I will. Okay, let's go on to row number 10. And that is, we just increased in the center on this row. So row 10 is increase at the end. So let's single crochet 13 stitches. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and we've got 1 stitch left, and we're going to increase into that stitch, which will give us 15 stitches. All right, 2, no, not 2. We got 4 rows to go. Okay, this one we're going to single crochet in the first 7. We're going to do an increase in the 8th stitch, which is 2 single crochets. And then we're going to finish off with the single crochet in each of the last 7. You hear that squeak? Because when I pulled my last yarn, I pulled it right across my coffee cup. But then nobody ever said I was really smart. Okay. Row 12. Crochet 15 single crochets, and we're going to increase in the end. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Try not to get it in your coffee, Diana. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and the last one we're going to increase. Put 2 stitches in that one. And that gives us 17. Row 13 is single crochet 8, increase, and single crochet 8. Just like we've been doing, but we're going to do the increase. Instead of here on the end, we're going to do it over here. And do you see how this is working out? We're getting a nice increase in our trunk. So let's give it 8, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and we're going to increase in this 8th one over here. 1 and 2. And then 1 in each of the last 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Why do I have 9? Huh. Let's try this again. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 2 in this one. I should have 8 left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Huh, I do. 8. Alrighty then. I need a sip of coffee. Oh, that was a tough one. Okay, here's an easy one. This should give you 18 stitches. This one, we're going to single crochet in each stitch around. I did get lost. You know what, Ace? I get lost a lot. Drink coffee. Yes, drink. Do you drink coffee or tea, Ace? Loving your blue band ring. Oh, Mimi, you know who gave me this? The tankster, Susan. She sent me a shawl from the hippie 60s, and she sent me this mood ring. And I think I've taken it off once, but coffee, yeah, coffee, you gotta have the coffee. You can't face the day, Ace. Okay, back to work. We're going to single crochet in each of the 18 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, and you know, single crochet around is also a stabilizing round. And then we're going to do the fun part of the trunk. I got to keep track of my time because we're running short. I think we have just enough time to finish this. All right, once we get 18 stitches around in the 18 stitches that we wound up with, back up, slow down. We are going to put a little bit of stuffing in it. Now, when I say a little bit, I mean just a little bit. That's probably enough. Because if you remember, the where we wound our yarn around for our magic circle, there's some bulk there because I stuffed it down in there. Okay. And we don't want him to have too big a trunk. We don't want too much junk in the trunk. Okay. Just a little bit to make it nice and firm. And then what we're going to do is flatten this. And we're going to go in the first stitch and the first stitch on the back. And we're going to crochet it closed. Catch the next 2 stitches. Catch the next 2 stitches. Catch the next 2 stitches. And all the way across. And when you get to the end, you want to go through both stitches. And I like to come over here so that it kind of finishes it off. And then this bar is over here on the side. Okay, I'm gonna chain 2, and I'm gonna leave probably about a good 12 inches. I'm gonna pull my needle through. I'm gonna pinch that yarn and pull those stitches down to a tight knot so that that does not come undone. Now when you're finished, you can pull your stitch marker out. And if you have some dark thread, I don't know what you used for your color for your elephant, but I would choose a black or a dark gray. Let's see what I have here hanging down. I can clip off something of. Oh yeah, here's a good one. I have some Crafter Square yarn. This is a 3-weight. There's a couple of them here. And I'm just going to take, you don't need much of that, maybe a 1.5 feet, 18 inches maybe. Clip off some. And your yarn needle. And here, let's do this right. Okay, I'm going to thread my yarn. I fold it in half over the eye of the needle and then pinch it. And then you just open your thumb and finger up just enough to get the needle in there and push, and it comes right through. And then you can grab it. Okay, I am going to come down a couple rows from the edge. I'm going to start over here and pull my yarn through. And then I'm going to go in again and come out here on the other side. I would suggest that you use a needle with a sharp point to it so that you can get through the stitch and not in the hole of the yarn, but you want to go through the yarn itself. Now we're going to come across and go back in that same hole and come down 2 rows later and come up. I'm using a blunt tip needle, so I'm going to have a little bit of a problem. Okay, so we come up in the yarn and we're going to go back and go down in that yarn and come up about 2 rows later. Okay, and then we're going to go down through the yarn on this side and come up about 2 rows later in the middle of the yarn. If you will cooperate, there we go. And in the middle of this stitch, we'll go down. Come on. And I'm going to go down 2 rows and come up in the middle of that stitch and go down in this stitch. And I'm going to come out right in the middle of my magic circle. I'm going to pull that taunt a little bit and close or clip it off. And now you have your trunk, and you also have the wrinkles in his trunk. How about that? All right, we have just enough time to put my needle away, get a little bit more yarn, and we're going to get this tail out of the way today. Okay, we're going to start with our magic circle, twice around, up over your finger and clamp it. Go in, snag your yarn and secure it. We're going to do 6 single crochets in the magic circle. We're going to pull the tail of that yarn till we get a small circle. We're going to pull that small circle. Remember, don't hold it here, because if you're pinching here, it's not going to move. You got to come out here until you close up that circle, and then you can take the tail and tug on it and pull it closed. Now, I'm just going to use my tail as a row marker, and I'll show you why when we get there. We're going to go 6 single crochets. I'm going to go down a hook size. Maybe. Oops, that's got to be a single. 2, that's not going to work. Well, you know what? We'll just have to make it work. All right, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now I'm going to flip this back. We're going to do another row of 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's good to count because your row marker is the same color. Now we're going to try really hard to flip this tail to the outside so that you've got right side out. Okay? We're going to do another row of 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Elmo's going to be so proud of me. We're almost on time. 4, 5, 6. Okay, and we're going to do one last row of 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, we're back to our start. I'm going to slip stitch into that first stitch. I'm going to just do 1 chain, and I'm going to cut it off. And I'm going to pull it down. And there is his tail. Now, what I want you to do is we've got 6 stitches and we've got 2 right here. We've got 1 occupied. So we're going to need 5 more of these. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And clip. All right. Now we're going to cut this circle, and we should have 5 pieces. We're going to take your crochet hook into the first stitch, which is really the second stitch. Pick up a piece of yarn, pull it through, yarn over, and pull that through that stitch. And tighten it up, whichever way you like to tighten, with your thumbnail or this. Okay, now we're going to go into the next stitch. Find the center of that pretty close. Pull that through. Pull it through a way so you've got room to get the yarn over through it. Okay, pull that tight. We'll go through this stitch. The next stitch. It's funny, but Elmo's listening out in the den, and I can hear my voice, and it's weird. Why is it, I wonder, that you don't sound like you when you're listening to yourself? It sounds sort of like you, but different. I guess it's because inside your ear or outside your ear. Okay, now these I think are a little long, but you can, I'm going to kind of clip these off different lengths. And if you will push the first 6 down, when you go to stitch your tail onto your elephant, don't do it on the trunk. When you go to stitch it on the bod, you've got that first row of stitches to go in, and I just whip stitch it on, okay? And that is the elephant's tail. Whoop. Okay, so today we did the alpha and the omega, the beginning and the end of the elephant. What do you think, guys? Adorable. Yeah, always be proud of your makes. You know what? Some of my makes look like, well, you know when you're going down the road in the morning and the trucks had been through the night before and there's undiscernible mammal body part. Can you hear that? My time is up. My time is up. Okay, anyway, sometimes it looks like roadkill, but you know, if you put love into yours project, whatever it is, whether it's a blanket. Oh, Granny D's not being live today? Thank you, Zach. No, Zach, that's important to know. Pardon me, that last cup of coffee. Okay, wait, let me go back to settings. And let me switch cameras and come back to computer camera. Ah! Hello, hello. I don't mean to scare you off, but my time is up. And there's Sharon Susan. Sharon, I will never, or Susan, I will never, and I just did. Boy, what a liar. And today's the Sabbath. I will not forget your real name. Traffic Circle. Hello, hello. Where do you have to go? Yeah, I do have to go because I came on at noon. Thank you. I had your soccer scissors. I know you did, Mimi. I think you mentioned that these came. I'm pretty sure they came from Walmart, beginning of the school year. Tried to do a squirrel the other day and had to frog it because I've seen better road. I love it. I love it. Regina, you're a hoot. Okay, I'm going to say goodbye. If you have any questions, Gmail me or leave a comment in the chat. If you didn't get it all, go back and watch the replay. And I love you all. I leave you with this blessing. May God watch over you and your weather. May he keep you warm in the snow, and may he keep you dry in the rain. And may he not only send the Son, but his Son to you, so that if you know him, you will be refreshed. And if you don't know him yet, he can soften up your heart and begin the journey. And don't forget, I love you. I will see you next week, same place, same time. And somebody loves you.